and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and it's time for tip and trick number 26. Now, this is in relation to a little tip for when you have finished a painting. So, here's a painting I've finished. Ta-da! I recently de-kitted this painting. And somebody may choose to frame the painting, or you may choose to display your painting in a display book, which is what my choice is with this painting. I don't have a particular place it's going to go, so I am going to pop it into my display book, which I have discussed in a previous tip and tricks video. But it's not in relation to how you display it or how you store it. This tip and trick is actually in relation to the little ledger. I'm just wrestling out a piece of card. It's in relation to the bits that you may cut off. So when I display in my display book, I choose to cut all the way around the edge of my diamonds. And I often do this when I'm framing as well. Depends on the size of the frame. But I often will cut all the way around the diamond painting. And more often than not, you'll see me get rid of all the bits from around the edge. And I'm trying to cut this sort of as quick as I can, but I'm also trying to make sure that I'm straight, because I don't want to annoy myself by looking in my display book and go, that's the one that I tried to cut dead fast. And it didn't work. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have pulled the washi tape off the edges before I decided, but it looked a bit better on camera with the washi tape not on it. So I decided to take it off. And now the double-sided tape from over the edges is attaching itself to me. But yeah, quite often I will cut all the way around the edge, whether I'm framing it or putting it in a display book or even hanging it on the wall. Either I hang it on foam board, which, you know, the edge has no reason for. Quite often in a frame, I actually stick the picture itself to the mount that comes inside a frame. So again, I don't need the border. Sometimes I do keep the border on. It does really depend on how I'm framing it. But quite often you can cut a border off and you can get rid of everything and just throw it all away. If you do mount something on, for example, a piece of foam board and it goes up on your wall, what do you do if a diamond falls off? Now, you can adopt the attitude of, well, I'll find the closest match and I'll just, you know, put a colour on there that looks right, which is perfectly fine to do, and more often than not, you'll never notice. But some people like to make sure that they're putting what they call the right diamond on there, or maybe it's in a high traffic area and they think it is, you know, diamonds are likely to fall off. It's rare, but you know, there's nothing wrong with being prepared, should we say. So there are a few different options that you can do. The easiest thing to do, I mean, you can photocopy the ledger, store it in maybe a logbook, a diamond painting logbook that you've got. You could take a photograph of it and keep it on your phone alongside, you know, the painting, alongside whatever it is. If you use a display book like I do, so for example for this one I could stick it with it. If you're putting it in a frame, you could sandwich it behind the painting. But I mean, many people will just put the legend with the picture, but my display book, I like to see the picture. So what would probably be the safest option for me is actually putting it on the back. Now, when I stick into my display book, I use 1 sheet per painting normally. Occasionally I will have 2 on it. So for example, this is one that I've not yet cut down. I have other plans for this. I would put these 2 on the same page because they both fit with a nice border around them. So I'm just going to have a look how much sort of space I might need to give. Maybe I'd do 1 to the side. Maybe let's do it like that. So if I try and keep that up in that top corner, I will be able to add that painting to it later. But you can imagine this is a full one. So I like to stick them in my display book with double-sided tape, which I'm trying to find, and knocking stuff on the floor in the process. Now, this tip and trick you can use regardless of where you're putting your painting. So you could be putting it in a frame, you could be putting it in a display book, you could be putting it on some foam board, whichever of those options that you're doing, even hung up on stretcher bars, you could still make this method work as a way of keeping your legend or your list of, basically it's your list of symbols and colours with your diamond painting at all times. So for the purposes of mine, I do only use 1 side of my display book. So 1 side of the piece of card. I don't use the other side for a diamond painting. I like to have each of them on their own individual piece of card so that I can take them out and move them about. And on my big 30 by 40s, I can throw them in a frame and switch them about however I want. So for me, this is the best option, is to stick this quite simply on the back. On the back of this piece of card, if I can get the double-sided tape, it's because I've ripped it rather than cutting it because I was being lazy. But if I stick that onto the back, then should a diamond ever come off this, I could always take it out of the logbook, have a look, find what's, I'd be able to see what symbol's missing, find out what colour had fell off, and pop it back on. Because I keep all of my diamonds, they're all in my spares. And I haven't done this on previous ones, but you get the idea. So this painting that I last put in, this is the back of that piece of card. I don't use the back to stick another painting to. I only use 1 side of it. So for this one, I can pop that inside. My little key is tucked down there safe on the back of the painting. And if anything happens to this, I've got that reference. So when you are framing, especially if you may be giving it away, or if you're framing it on something with no glass in the way, then maybe consider keeping your little key or your little ledger from the side of your painting and either tucking it inside the frame, or if it's on foam mount board, just stick it to the back. If it's on a hanging, you know, one of the hanger things that's a strip of wood at the top and a strip of wood at the bottom, again, just stick it to the back of your diamond painting. It's not going to stop how it looks. I did a ballet image for my niece in Australia that I actually took to her. I took it rolled up on the plane and we framed it while I was there. And what I actually did was I taped, or I think it was taped, to the back of the frame, not only the ledger to say what each colour was, but I also taped a little bag of each of the diamonds on it. My mum is a diamond painter, so if any fell off and they needed help with it, my mum was there. But it had a few of each diamonds in the back of it as well, so that should anything happen, they could put the diamonds back on and it wouldn't be a ship to the UK and a ship back to Australia type thing. So it can really help if you're gifting some as well. And that's probably the longest tip and trick I've done so far, maybe. Maybe it's because I'm trying to work out a way to describe it. But yeah, keep hold of your ledgers if you want to be able to know what diamond it is that's gone missing if a diamond goes missing. I've not had it on any of mine yet, but that doesn't mean it won't happen, and it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. It's just a preparation step that you can take just to be able to breathe easy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.